Man, I love Texas. This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Man, I love Texas. I just got to say that. I got to say that again and again. So let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Texas and I believe Mississippi also lifted their mask mandate and opened up businesses full capacity to 100%. Why am I making a video about this? Because this to me proves the dilemma and what we're facing with different strategies of governing by different statuses, not statuses, but different states or different political party ideology. So Texas completely got rid of it. Florida completely got rid of it. Mississippi completely got rid of masks and opening up business at 100%. I'm sure Arizona is next. All of these Republican majority states, and when I say majority states, the House and the Senate, the House, you can say politics are run by Republicans, and they are opening up their state. Now, I would say this from the very beginning, and shout out to Governor Abbott. I don't agree with everything he does, but I think this was the great move. I thought we should have never done this in the first place. And I said this, I made a video about it even when Trump was talking about slow to spread with 14 days. We should have never done this in the first place. We should have never shut things down in the first place. If I was the president, I would have took a chance, I'd have rolled the dice, and I wouldn't have shut things down. What I would have done was I would have protected the people who are most vulnerable. It didn't take a rocket scientist to know this is affecting older people, and it's affecting people who have comorbidities. That was very easy. It wasn't affecting children the way the flu is. It wasn't affecting certain demographics of people who were healthy, who were active, all of the above. So the first priority, instead of shutting out healthy people in the house and causing people to shut their businesses down, you got to let people be free, and you got to protect the people who are vulnerable. I would have established support systems for people who, like I said, were older, had comorbidities, people that probably didn't need to go to work or probably could have suspended their work given the fact that they were vulnerable or susceptible to being killed by this virus. I would have done that first, and we would have seen how that play out. If it wasn't effective, we'd have went to different measures. They're not going to like you anyway. It doesn't matter what you do. You can bring Jesus Christ down from heaven. Y'all can talk together, and he can run your efforts in COVID relief, and people still going to hate you if you're a Republican. They're still going to hate you. So it doesn't matter what you do. They're going to hate you anyway. You need to do what you think is best. Now, I disagree with President Trump. I don't think he thought the same way that I did. He's super pro-vaccines and all this other stuff, and I disagree with that. But Governor Abbott did the right thing for Texas. I'm glad for my family, and some of my family didn't vote, probably didn't even vote for him, and some people in my family didn't even vote for conservatives. But you are reaping the benefit from being open 100% of the time, and we'll see what happens. I think people can still make decisions. We're not living in a dictatorship. If you still don't want to go to restaurants, don't take to restaurants. It's that simple. If you don't want to go to the gym because you're afraid, then stay at home. It ain't that hard. If you're afraid of getting sick, don't get on a plane. It's that simple. If you want to wear 55 masks, put 45 on your head. And you probably never have to worry about getting COVID because you're probably going to die. But you can put as many masks on as you want. Don't demand that other people do it. That's the code that I live by. I have people in my family that want to wear a mask. I don't wear a mask, but I'm not finna tell them to wear a mask or not. If it makes you feel comfortable that you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear them, don't wear it. If I was really afraid of you giving somebody COVID or something, I would tell you not to show up in my house. So, and I think that's very simple. We need to be reasonable and say, hey, even though Texas opened up, if you want to wear a mask driving in your car, so what? You just don't need to tell people who don't want to suffocate themselves knowing that the mask ain't going to work anyway for them to ride around in the car with a mask on, for them to have their business at 50% capacity for nothing because you get in the business and you don't put a mask on anyway when you're sitting down eating. It's all stupid to me. It's all bullcrap. You put a mask on to go through the airport, but then you get on the airplane, they pack you in there like sardines. And if you don't get the COVID from touching each other or breathing in circulated air on a 5-hour flight, then I don't know how you get it then. But thank God that Texas is standing up. I hope that more states will follow suit and pursue excellence and stop being weenies. Stop being soft. You know, DeSantis had to take that chance. He had to drop his and take a chance and say, you know what, I know where this is going. And I know they're trying to do this all the way through to 2020, the 2022 midterm election. This is what they're trying to do. But as conservative states come out and they show the world that, look, bruh, we need to get back to work. We need to build our economy. Places like California, New York, and all these other places, Washington State, they are going to die economically because Texas is going to be thriving, flourishing. Businesses are going to go out of the roof. People are going to be spending money like never before. People are going to want to just get out the house. They want to take a mask off. They want to go experience it. I wish I had a restaurant right now in Texas because they're going to be hanging outside eating on the curb line because they're so excited to get these masks off and get the stupidity behind them. And these other states that are playing patsy with the COVID because they have an ulterior motive. They want to interfere with other things. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, they'll try to ban your boy if I say it straight out. They have other motives. And y'all finna realize that they have other motives because these other states are going to open up and flourish and everything's going to be fine. And they are going to have to keep it shut down. And y'all going to suffer from it. So I hope you leave California and go to a real state where you have avenues and access to flourish, especially your businesses. People who live there, they may be different because you got family or whatever the case may be. But if you got a business, take your business to Texas. Take your business somewhere where you can flourish. While they sitting there kicking, playing footsies with the devil, and they going out eating at restaurants and doing all kind of stuff, and they got you in the house like a dummy, other people are going to be making it happen. So shout out to Texas, shout out to Mississippi, shout out to DeSantis, whom, these people are really trying to get a bid for presidency. I can feel it in my bones. But shout out to these states, man, because that's the way we should be going from here moving forward. If you want to wear a mask, then wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, you grown. Ain't nobody can tell you what to do with your life. Let me just say this, and then I'm going to get up out here. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get up out here. Since when does the government really care about you? They don't care about who you sleep with, do they? They're not sitting there. They're not sitting at your house making you take a test before you go and be with somebody else. They ain't making you take a test and make sure your temperature is right and making sure you ain't got something going on that you ain't told your partner. And not one time did the government make you check yourself. And people die from those transmitted diseases far more than they die from COVID. Let's just look at the numbers. Look at the people that have died from these transmitted diseases. And you'll understand where I'm coming from on this one. Nobody's telling you how much you can drink. Show me where the government is saying you can't knock down a fifth of vodka on an empty stomach. Show me where the government is telling you can't do that. They don't care if you blow your liver out because you're drinking so much alcohol on day in and day out. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care about your health. Not one time are they going to stand in front of McDonald's and say, you can only get a Big Mac twice a month. They don't give a about your health. They don't care how much Big Macs you eat. You can be 400 pounds with heart disease, and the government is never going to intervene and tell you to do nothing. But all of a sudden, they want you to put a mask on because they care about public health. Shut the front door. And I think these people are just making themselves out to be the fraud that they are. You don't wear a mask, now you got to wear a mask. Now you got to wear 2 and 3. Either it worked or it didn't. You lied, you were wrong. Even if you lied, you were wrong, you fired. You fired. If you were an architect and you put a building together and it collapsed and killed people, oops, my fault, I forgot that there's supposed to be a screw or I did the math wrong. You do not get a chance to build again. You are done, my friend. You may even go to prison. So why in the world can you roll the dice on people's health during the pandemic and be wrong? It's 2 left shoes. And then say, oops, I'm sorry. I was wrong about no masks, so now let's wear 3 masks. And then I'm not going to wear a mask, but you got to wear a mask. And I'm not going to criticize Joe Biden for walking off the stage trying to shake my hand with no mask on, but I'm going to talk about Trump still, even though he ain't in office. You sorry son of a you-know-what. Anyway, let me get out my soapbox because I can sit on here and rant and yell and scream in these people's faces about this stuff 24 hours a day. Shout out to Texas. Y'all gonna mess around and make me move back if Arizona don't make a move. Y'all comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Visit the Officer Tatum store. Get your brand new merch. I love you guys. See you on the next one.